Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Syken and today we are continuing the playthrough of our Hunter Syken Shoots on the official servers of Stitches. And after the successful Maraudon run, I feel it is a much needed change of pace for us to actually go into some questing. And what better way of doing that than the Unguro Crater, one of my favorite high level zones. All of it is close together, super good XP when you're doing all of the quests here, and the hunter is just going to have a field day, so I'm very much looking forward to it. Let's take a look at what has changed, which is kind of not that much. We got the Infernal Trickster leggings, not bad, allows us to take bows theoretically, because +4 bows is 2 weapon skill, but 2 hit, so that's not too bad, specifically against higher level enemies like the ones we're currently fighting. So that's a good one. The other loot that we've gotten is the headpiece, which is a bit strange. So it's a caster druid headpiece originally, but we can make it work. 24 intelligence, 7 stamina are absolutely nice stats, so might as well use them for our purpose. And that's really it. We still are rocking the same gun. I got myself a couple more shots, so once these are done, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to rely more on the purchasable shots, because remember how in the last episode I said, you know what, Mithril is a bit expensive just to create shots out of it. That is true. However, for the mere price of 10 silver, you can buy very nice Mithril equivalent shots at the vendor. And I did plenty of that and sent it all over, so it's just waiting in my post box essentially to be taken out. So those were the other preparation items. Traded in a lot of quests in Darnassus mainly, and now we are in the Unguro Crater. We do have a few quests here. So a few Tenaris quests that lead into Unguro Crater, such as the one that we're currently doing. And the Unguro quests themselves, lots of them are kill quests to some degree, so that'll be an interesting experience to go through the kill quests. There is like one quest where we need a Mithril casing, which should be here. Very good. So all we need is 3 Mithril, which we do have in the bank, if I'm not mistaken. So I could do that when we're trading in this quest in Tenaris. Just need to think about that I create 1 Mithril casing. Will give us even a bit of engineering skill. Will give us a bit of engineering skill. What else? I think that's pretty much it from the preparation. I'm collecting a few of these colorful gems. The only one that we really need is yellow. The rest is just collected in order to make a profit out of them a little bit later. And the idea behind them is to do the pylon quests as well. So the moment that we find something yellow, we should trade it in and get to work with it. We do have a few more quests with dinosaurs, which again shouldn't be an issue, and we got a few gorilla quests which I need the casing for, and that should be all of the quests that we're currently focusing on. There is plenty more, specifically down here, alien ecology, as well as a couple more quests. But our first way should be all the way down here to the Apes of Unguro. Trade that in, kill everything on the way, collect a couple of items, and basically prepare for the trade-in down here. Once we have traded that in, we're making our way back. Hopefully at that point we already have the crystals, so that I can trade in that quest and get rid of the surplus crystals, and pick up a few more quests. All of the three different pylons, the northern, the eastern, and the western pylon. Those three will be like 3k each experience, and you essentially just get it for visiting these things anyways. So then we have a few quests in the middle, but I would like hold up on those for just a little bit longer. We're almost level 52, and really what I would want to do is get there first, and then we can deal with the a little bit higher enemies in the center of the zone. So that's it. That's Ungoro Crater in a nutshell, and that's what we're going to do in today's episode. Going to rush through hopefully most of that. Cool part about having that good gun that we're having, and also a few remaining minutes of world buffs, is we're just killing very, very, very fast. One thing that I would want to do, now that we do have the key for Maraudon, like right here, if there is the chance to do a few more princess runs, then we should exactly do that. Just do a few princess runs. Matter of fact, I can announce it. Anyone interested in a Maraudon princess run? Yeah, we're going to see if there is interest. I definitely want to go there for the ring, which is a fantastic ring. Hit, attack power, and so on. So exactly what the doctor has ordered. But as you can see, it's as dead as it always has been. Alright, let me finish this part here, this quest first, and then we're continuing. So fast forward for now. Alright, so we have traded in, and we have also killed all of the elementals. Time to get 3 further quests that we will need very soon, and also trade in the quest around the crystals. That frees up a bit of inventory space. The remaining crystals will go to the bank character, where we are going to sell them. That's exactly what needs to happen. A little bit of room in our inventory. Next steps, let's get the casing, because that is something we'll need to do. Need to get for chasing Amy, and also trade in one of the quests to just get a little bit more space in our quest log. Let's go. Alright, so we are theoretically ready to... I forgot to pick up the Amy quest. How could I do that? Man, not focused enough. I got the chasing, but I did forget to pick up the Amy quest. Alright, nothing is lost at the moment. We've just killed a lot of the plants, the little thubbers, and killed a few dinosaurs. That I did that in the fast forward, but I just want to start with getting Ucha, and basically go into the ape cave. But in order to do that, I also want to get Amy out of there, so let's grab the Amy quest. Let's do Ucha plus Amy. Get Amy all the way back there. Maybe we can get a couple more Pterotox and a couple more scales so that that is done. And then we would have a trade-in down here, as well as a few quest objectives here. So technically we can move from here, trade in the charter quest, and do all of that stuff in one go. Of course, I'm getting dismounted at the first literal opportunity. So let me get the Amy quest and then we're continuing. Alright, I got a call whilst we were in, whilst I was starting here, I got a call. So I did all of the ape stuff off screen whilst being paused and recording, because I didn't want to do it whilst having like a business call. That would have been not very helpful. All right, listen, I will take a bit of a break here, but we will come back to the Ungoro crater very, very soon. Already like what, 25% in, and I will definitely continue this episode, so for you no time will pass, but I will need to take a small break. See you in a bit. Alright, back. I had to take a raid in between, and now we're continuing with our nice little Ungoro crater. So this time with a little bit more attention and hopefully no call that is going to destroy the footage of our ape run up here. We want to kill Dimeatrons, plenty of them, and we also want to trade in the ape quest down here, the mighty Ucha, whom we killed single-handedly. So both of that needs to happen, and we also got the dinosaur bone quest. We're in the, by the way, middle of a Tyrannosaurus Rex or Dreadsauria patrolling area, so we gotta be very, very careful. I don't want to have a Devilsaur Ed when we're fighting here. So the Dimeatrons, easy pickings. We're going to get all of them up to down here, then chime over, and then we will need to get a poison gland and the hive wall sample. Should be both of that also very much doable. Come on, can't believe that they are not dropping. So once we're done with that, maybe a couple of pterodocs down here for webbed scales. Not necessary. No, we need to do them here because they don't drop. Well, they actually do drop over here. Never mind then. Now we're going to the west of the crater for plenty of quests there. As you can see, we also got ZG World Buff, which is going to help us a little bit. And I talked about the shots that we can purchase, and we purchased quite a few accurate slugs. So our slugs currently 8.5, accurate slugs 13. Need I to tell more? Probably not. So that's going to be a huge DPS increase. Ungoro, by the way, is also an area where, believe it or not, I have been finding great success in loot. Like almost all of the epics that I found were coming from Ungoro Crater and from the craziest mobs, sometimes from oozes here. So that's just maybe me being ultra lucky on the drops here, or Ungoro Crater just having more epics. I don't know what it is. In terms of damage, I think we're doing very, very well. The Gutbuster will help us all the way to 60. Don't see an issue with that. And then we're going to have the Silithid Husk Launcher. until such time that we're maybe doing the hunter leaf quest from Molten Core. That would be super cool if I could do it on stream, because that's a real test of skill to do those. But I feel very much comfortable in doing that without dying. Good. In the meantime, we're done with the scales and all we need is one more bone. So let's see if the game can throw me a bone. And then we're on our way to the Mighty Ucha. Okay. Come on, just one more. Nearly done. Can it just be a matter of hours now? Interesting, that thing doesn't even have a walking animation anymore. Of course, not happening. All right, fast forward until I get that key bone. All right, we finally got it. Time for us to go right there. Good, traded in. We got Beast Slayer. Not that we really need it, but that's going to be a nice little sale value. So now we're coming to a couple of quests that are actually a little bit more intense, because we will go into a mini dungeon, the Hive down here. So let's try to do that. We need to find a Gorashi scent gland, which is a nicer way of saying a rare drop from any of the insects there. So that should be not a problem getting it, because we need to kill a lot of them anyways. What will be a problem is that there could be ads within the hive, and we just got to be careful. No point in rushing in and doing it hasty. Instead, like, play it calm, cool, collected, and just clear out everything. And we might want to start with that Gorashi wasp right here. And then we're making our way to the entrance of the dungeon. Oh, we got the gland right away. First drop. Wonderful. So now we only need the hive wall sample, which will be easy. Just look at the speed that we're killing these guys. Again, 20 seconds-ish per mob. No pause in between, no break. I should maybe watch out for the health a little bit. Alright, so we will go into that hive. I think the hive wall sample is relatively at the beginning. Sometimes there are a couple of rare spawns, but unit scanner hasn't tracked a single one. Good. All right, start going into the dungeon. Oh, wow, so many enemies. It's already 4, and you can see the first patrol is also moving. So it's very easy to get like an extra here and there. In this case, pulling this guy would be even 2 extras. Unless, of course, we're waiting. Doesn't matter if it is 2. Doesn't matter if it's 2. We're strong enough. Wow, look at the crits. 307, nice. Yeah, these guys went down both together in kind of like 30 and a bit seconds. It's time for an epic. It's time for an epic drop. I can sense it. This character didn't yet get a nice little epic. I will tell you though, I do have a theory, and it might be completely wrong. But I do have a theory. I think the drop rate of good items, as in higher quality items including epics, is higher when you are solo found. The amount of just epics that I found whilst being SF is crazy. Good. Rushing into the dungeon. And we just need to get into that room to the left, and we're golden. Already got the scent gland. Once we're done here, next stop will be to pick up the research equipment. And I think then it is the frenzied pterodox. Got enough quest space to do that extra quest here, finding the source. Did I pick up Lost? I think I picked it up. No, did not pick it up. I'm an idiot. But it's not a problem. We can just go back, pick it up, and then do both of the quests together. Kind of like this. And then here, bring it back and trade in. And then we would be pretty much done with the entirety of the place.
Aggro.
A little bit too low XP so far. I was thinking we would get an entire level here, and somehow we're not. Like, we started, I would say 70% in 51, and I've really done all of the quests. So I'm surprised to see that we're not further ahead, but maybe that is just because we need to trade in a few more quests. Good, we're done down here. Research equipment is the next big milestone. We had one research equipment here, second one there. Both together is a quest. And then it's up to the Pterodox. $15 of them. We will also get the scales, so that'll be double dipping on those guys. Yeah, and then we're trading in plenty of quests actually, all the while doing Lost and finding the source afterwards. Like, that's going to be the last two that we're doing. And then it's really a question of what do we want to do next. We are done with the Uniguro crater. What would be a good play? I think Blasted Lens. And the reason why I think that is it's a level 52 area, so perfect timing for us to do that. Number 2, we can solo most of the pre-quest for the Onyxia chain. Maybe even get 1 or 2 people. And then essentially get ready to kind of run it into BRD at some point, which should be our main focus. Like, I do have 2 goals. Number 1, go to Maraudon and do regular princess runs. Number 2, do BRD. Potentially in the other order. Number 1, BRD, because we want the Onyxia pre-chain. And number 2, plus we want Molten Core attunement. That's actually important. Not that I believe we're going to get a princess run, but maybe someone really wants to do princess. And I wouldn't say no to the ring. That would be nice. 1 hit and really good stats. That's a fantastic ring. Pick this up for later. We need to go all the way here, finding the hottest source. That'll be easy. And now it's time for the Pterodox. So yeah, next step, Blasted Lens. I think that's good. We could get half a level out of that zone. The quests aren't that great, but I think it's still very much doable. The only thing that we need to figure out is can we do the elite quests alone, or do we need help? Once we're done with Blasted Lens, we should be 53. And then I think the next logical step would be to go to Fellwood and do the entirety of Fellwood in one swoop. Highest quest there is 57, so if we can ding 54, then I think it'll still be okay.
Aggro.
Good. Let me kill all of the frenzied Pterodox here. Not a big thing. Just killing those, going up, and rinse and repeating before we continue with the next quest. Alright, so let's trade in. Number 1. Got a nice little shield, 2 gold for that. Lovely, good to have. Paradox. 12 energy and 12 intellect. I like it. Becoming a little bit too int heavy though. So we gotta make sure that we're not losing our hit points over all of that. Gotta get some fat stamina gear.
How are you? Have a good one. See you around.
What can I do for you? See you around.
Wow, very good. Okay. So my concern was we are at 30%, but we're now in reality at 55%, thanks to the whole trade-in. I just forgot how great the XP of so many quests is. That's what makes Ungoro Crater one of the best zones.
Good day to you. Be seeing you. Off and away. Very good.
Good. We got this little book here. Not needed. I know how the stones work, and we're at 60%. That's not too bad. We got another 2.8k plus the return, which is likely another 3k ahead of us, and then 5.6k from the finding the source quest. So let's get both of that done, and I think that will bring us to give and take 70%, maybe 75, which would be very, very good. And then we still have Bundle in the Jungle for another 5k and 4k Haze of Evil that I would both actually trade in before hardstoning back and trying to go for the Blasted Lens. Another option, now that I think about it, could be Ashara. Very short quests, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's actually not bad instead of Blasted Lens and then Fellwood. Ashara could be the little bit of questing that we need. It's like not the zone that we wanted, but the zone that we needed to alter a Batman quote. Yeah, let's do that, where I'm just going to do some Ashara in the next episode. But for now, we're going Fireplume Ridge, which is the center here. Luckily, there is currently no invasion of the elementals, which would make this here a bit more tough. And we could get some good meds for fire protection potions. There is a Zul'Farrak group that is forming, but 52, potentially a little bit too high. Yeah, these guys are too low for Marauder on Princess Run. Good, let's go. These guys are immune to our nature damage, so if I put Sting in on it, they are unfortunately immune. And they deal quite a bit of damage, as you can see. So gotta put in a healing in between. Pet doesn't have any fire resistance, so these guys just hit for true damage. Healing Tensor. and we're going further up. Just need to be careful inside of that cave. There is an elite, and that guy slaps very, very hard. Also got to be careful, we're down to 200 and 2 and a bit stacks of ammunition. Just need to make sure that we're switching the ammunition at the right point in time. Wow, look at that. It's actually, they are dealing a lot of damage, man. So certainly not my favorite types of enemies here. Nice little aim shot. Yeah, the aim shots are hitting reasonably hard. Good, let's measure. We're done here. And now we get Ringo out of here. Escort him to the north. And I think afterwards we're going to fly to trade in the remaining quests before we go to Ashara. That sounds like a good idea actually, Syken. I think I need to get a higher rank of aim shot. This thing isn't any good. Okay. Give me that. We'll put it on 5 for now. And let me just run him back. All right, almost at the camp. Good, we trade that in. Then we go over here. I think it's too early to run into Silithus. There's no need to do that. Instead we're running back and we're just going to fly a little bit to trade in the quests.
Welcome, friend. Glad I could help.
Oh, come on. Stop discussing. I wonder if I want to trade in this. That's 3,800 experience, but I need to fly here, move over, go to the quest, can't do a follow-up quest, then move back. Like, that's a lot of time lost.
Be good.
Good. Let's trade in the last quest, and I think we're calling the episode here. A little bit of a Yunguro action. I enjoyed myself. Next time I will likely be back either with Ashara or then Blasted Lens. So stay tuned for that. Thanks a lot for watching and see you on the next episode. Bye bye.